Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, good people? It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It's Thursday, August 3rd, and it's 0:30 in the a.m. I'm a little bit congested. Now, my car is saying it's 57 degrees, and that very well may be, but it ain't. I apologize to you. I beg your forgiveness. I was supposed to post some videos last night, but I did not. I came home and I ate and I got the itis and fell fast asleep. But let me tell you, one of the videos I did make in my car, it was about, I want to say 3 o'clock. I dipped out of work early to run to the store to get this special brand of cheese from Mexico. No, it's nacho cheese. No. Get it? Not yo. Okay. Cheesy joke. I kill me. Bad joke. Yeah, so I went to the store to get some specialty cheese. I went to Trader Joe's. I don't know if they have those back east, but I went to Trader Joe's and they did not have it. So I went to the supermarket. Now, I don't know, excuse me, what your local news has been saying about San Francisco. I live in the Bay Area, y'all. I work in the Bay Area. I don't know what your local news has been saying about the city. Overall, it's a beautiful city. You know, when I left New York, I didn't move to the city right away. I moved to a place that wasn't quite a city yet. It had city potential. It was building and flexing like a city. But when I tell you it was culture shock, when I tell you I hated it, when I tell you I encountered racists even within the church, I mean staunch, just short of hoods and sheets. You know, yeah, that kind of racism, and it was veiled in a level of church speak. But the conversation about race or anything that had to do with differences was blatant. You know, it was akin to, you know, George Wallace, not the comedian, the governor of Alabama in the 60s. When he gave speeches, he developed a word that would allow him to say a version of the N-word without really saying it. He used the term niggers, which was, you know, the N-word and Negro. So it was on that level. You know, it was just like blatant racism. At any rate, I digress. So I moved to a city that had that. And I lasted, I'm going to say, 8 years, maybe 7 the most. I completed junior college there. I worked there for a few years. And then it's like, I have to get to a city. You know, Buffalo was a city in and of itself, man. It had its faults, but Buffalo was a city. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The place that I moved to from Buffalo was a city called Modesto, and I dislike it to this day. And and that's where my mother was living before she passed. She stayed. I couldn't. My sister didn't. We moved to the Bay Area. My sister moved to the Bay Area because she went to Berkeley, and then she went on to North Carolina to Duke. I moved to the Bay Area because I needed city. And there were different machinations of my life during that time. I had my own apartment. I had roommates as I accumulated things, most specifically a car. You can't have a car in an apartment in the Bay Area and be comfortable with a low-end job. Early on, yes. When I first moved here, I believe it was 86, and I had a cute little studio apartment that was $400 a month. I believe that studio is now like $2,000 a month. Yeah. So there you have it. The prices in the Bay Area are ridiculous. I just saw a story the other day where a person said they make about $80,000 a year. That's a good living. But they can't live without roommates. I am basically in the same boat. Amen. Can't live without roommates. So I live in a small little in-law apartment below the tenants of the house, but it's mine. I'm solo, so that's a good thing. But like that story said, the rents are ridiculous. What I loved on the site, Bay Area, the news is horrific. So I go into the supermarket to get this cheese. The store is set up like a maze to prevent shoplifting. You've got to enter in. Seriously, it's like a maze. You got to enter in through these gates. When you check out, there are gates. And in order for you to get out of this store, there's an electronic reader for receipts. When I tell you, there were about, I say for every 2 people shopping, there was 1 person shoplifting. And I know what I'm talking about because in my youth, one of my second jobs was asset protections. But this was so blatant. There was no attempts to mask the fact that people were stealing. One man who came in the store before me had a plastic bag. He opened the bag and proceeded to load up as we entered the store. Another person had one of those large backpacks that were the size of like a bag that held athletic gear, like football players carry their shoulder pads and helmet, that kind of bag. He was loading up. There was a security guard who was up front, and I'm sure he could see all this if he was trying to look for all this. And I say trying to look for all this, he was leaned up against the counter where the lottery tickets were sold, making no attempt, chewing his gum hard. Not even trying to make his presence known. So when you hear about San Francisco, as much as I don't like to admit it, the stories are true. Or you hear about the Bay Area. In some areas, I leave my car door unlocked. It's like, for the most part, depending on where you are, if you're savvy about the city, you're safe. But if you're not, man. And where I work, I work with the homeless population. I work with people with mental health issues. Where I work, I've lost 2 sets of tires from being punctured. One set was run flats. And I don't know if you know about run flats. They're self-inflating tires, super expensive. I didn't purchase them. They were on the car when I bought it, but they're super expensive. Those were completely destroyed. They were punctured on the side where they couldn't be fixed. I've lost windows on numerous occasions. Yeah, there you have it. San Francisco needs help. Now, we managed to rebuild after the massive earthquake in 1989. But we have to come up with some solutions for what's going on now.